Mike and Dave rolling, boots on the ground. Big Rooster Media making their rounds. Tackling water wars, rights in a bind. Speaking the truth, leaving no one behind.
What's up, Klamath Falls? This is Mike.
Hey, what's up, Klamath Falls? This is Dave. Another blustery Eeyore springtime weather.
Right. It sucks. It gets nice for a couple days. You get motivated and you get happy and go outside, and then it just gets right back to the depression mode.
Yeah.
Looks like it's not going to last as long this time. Like getting back up in the mid and upper 60s.
Well, and looks like, yes. So we bought plants probably too early, so we have a little baby garden in the house right now, but it looks like the freezing is over. Maybe, if you're brave, you can put them out.
Right. We're in the same boat.
Yeah. All right. On to it?
After you, sir.
All right. Well, in the news as of recently, so the Klamath City Schools have reached their agreement with the district and all that kind of jazz. We've covered it before. It's been in the news. Superintendent wages got dropped a while ago in the midst of this whole wage debacle. So luckily, it has been reached. No official wages or whatever increases have been put out for the teachers so far, but at least an agreement has been reached. And if we hear anything else, we will keep you abide by that.
Yes, sir. And if you see a Lamborghini in the KCSD office's parking lot, just ignore it. Nothing to see here, right?
Right. Well, so I did little side homework. He does get a $700 car allowance.
All right. Which,
That's
on top of a $200,000 salary.
185, sir.
185. All right.
But yes,
That $700 car allowance, if you're buying a new rig and financing it, that really doesn't go too far nowadays. Get you a nice Hyundai.
well, yeah, but that's an allowance. So
Right.
I mean,
I'm sure he has a car too, with logo on the side. School district vehicle.
sure. Anyway, good job for reaching an agreement, and yeah, we'll keep you posted if anything else comes up. So.
Yeah, hopefully it's an acceptable agreement for the teachers. So, speaking of teachers, schools, and such, I'm sure you guys all have heard, but April 16th, they had to shut down all the schools secure all the schools except for, I think it was Gilchrist and Gearhart. Some unusual teen-age suspects went to KU and were asking for a tour. Then we're seeing, looking in windows and checking doors and stuff, and then drove off. And they had Washington plates on it. I don't think I have a description of the vehicle here. And I don't know that there's been any resolution if they ever caught up with them or not. I have not seen a follow-up on this, so if any of you guys have heard that, please let us know. But just odd to have teens from another state just wanting to take a tour of a facility. So we're touring the facility and picking up slack. If you know the reference to that song, let me know.
Yeah,
There's nothing actual threatening that happened, but it's awfully suspicious.
no, it is, and good job on I guess shutting down all the schools is safer than shutting down one school.
When you don't know, when that car leaves your parking lot, you don't know where it's headed or if it's going to be testing the security at another school.
Yeah, I get it.
I know there's both two sides. We were having that discussion the other day.
Yeah.
And, there's two ways to look at it. So I could see Klamath County School within, I want to put it, from like Henley to KU, that regional.
Right. I guess maybe that's why they did that, because Gilchrist and the other one you mentioned are quite a ways out there. So I think if schools actually wanted to protect the students, they could have camera systems and whatever. If that car showed up at a different school, then lock down that school. But locking them all down, yeah, it's I guess, safest approach.
Kind of a preemptive approach. So, I mean, there's probably other ways that might have been handled. I'm not going to knock them for that. I think they were trying to err on the side of safety. So, I get that with kids.
I'm not gonna argue that. I guess. Nah.
They are starting construction of Baldwin Park, which is going to be downtown, 39 Main Street. So it'll be Main and Uwana. There's a new park going in there. So it's kind of nice. There's a lot of parks around the city. We're a small town. We do have a lot of parks, and I guess I'd rather have a park than a vacant lot.
So that would be right adjacent to Veterans Park.
Pretty darn close to it, yeah.
I, I, I guess.
It's a valid point, sir.
Well, I did see that. Yeah, so it is press release. They're
It's
probably
right next to the Baldwin Museum. So, yes, in fact, it will be across the street from Veterans Park.
and I guess the press release on that is gonna close down main streets at a certain time. I think.
Yeah, beginning April 17th, they will have flaggers. They will have lane closures. Main won't be completely closed, but you have to choose a lane.
Pick a lane.
Pick your lane.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So I don't know. It's there was other stuff that was supposed to happen with that lot. It was that's the lot I'm thinking of. That's the one that Ed Staub and Sons had bought. They were going to turn into build a new gas station and convenience store at that location, and mid investment after they cleaned up the property and all of the CP fluids and such in the soil, the rules changed on them, and so it became cost prohibitive for them to go ahead and finish construction. So it was nice of them to allow Ed Staubs at their expense to clean the property for them so they could build a park on it.
hey.
Anyway,
All right. Well, as you guys are watching this, so Tuesday, 9 to 5, the Klamath, what is it? I believe the Chamber of Commerce. Let me get this up. Yes, so sorry. Yeah, Klamath County Chamber of Commerce is hosting their annual job fair. This will be 9 to 5 at the Klamath County Fairgrounds, the Lemon Hall. Official address is 3531 South 6th Street. Open to the public, and you are encouraged to attend if you're seeking employment. So,
yeah. So if you're watching this when we first show up on YouTube, just know that you've got 5 hours left.
right?
So, and you got Bill 4177. Oh, Tina's up to her ball and what they call ball and cup. You know, where's it now? Where's it now? Oh, this isn't popular. Where's it now?
So, yes.
Shuffling it around.
And this one's not really, it's for journalists. It's not really, the bill itself is not a fancy bill. It's just for how journalists get information or
It's like the Nick Shirley Act.
chain text, phone calls without triggering public meeting violations, blah, blah. The bill is not really the to-do. It's what she's doing. So she pulled this bill back yet again, just like she did the gas tax and everything else. It's just M.O. Kotex. And
But yeah, her thing is like the gas tax thing. Oh, if it's not going to pass in this form, we'll just renege on that, pretend we didn't put it out there, and we'll find another name and another way to sneak it in on another bill and hold it hostage until we get what we want. They don't really care about the voice of the people.
Well, and what she's doing, like this one, it's not really the bill itself, but there are certain things we're voting on, bills, the gas tax being one of them. That's kind of a definitely bigger than this journalism thing. But there's also one floating around with gun laws.
Yeah.
So that's where, that's the bigger ones. The gun law, the gas tax, yet again with this one, uh, she's doing the ball cup game or whatever. It's not, in my opinion, it's not cool what she's doing because she's eventually gonna get something passed one way or another. And bigger picture, you're gonna be paying more at the pump, or you're gonna have your guns illegal. It's not a good situation where we're at right now. So.
Well, yeah. And sorry, I try to, again, stay somewhat nonpartisan, but when you have somebody as inept as Tina Kotek for a governor, it's kind of hard not to. Legislation would weaken transparency. That's what it says here. Yeah, it's basically. Well, I don't have all. Maybe we'll follow up on that. I like to go back and visit that a little bit more because you brought it up today and I wasn't fully aware of it, but it seems again like it's kind of affecting guys like you and me and independent journalists and how we get our info. And last I remember, we still have a First Amendment. Well, the government doesn't remember the first, second,
Well, and that's
unless it's convenient for their cause.
that's why I pulled the story because it's not really like I said this bill in particular. It's just how she approaches pulling riots or adding gas tax or
Well, and it's illegal for her to do that, and nobody holds her accountable because once something like that has been brought up and approved to go on a ballot, you can't just say, "Oh, well, I don't think the support's there, so now I'm going to take this away, and we'll come back to it later." And you can't do that. I mean, obviously she can, but and when you have a supermajority in the state, then no, that's what you get. No accountability. You get a government run wild, essentially. But yeah, let's bookmark that one. We'll come back to that.
Sure.
Another episode.
Well, in better news, I guess. So Hanson's Mongolian and Speakeasy is just about tying a bow on opening. So let's see. They're shooting for the 1st of May, from what we hear. And it sounds incredible. I mean, what they've done to the outside of the building is the only thing we've seen so far. But inside sources saying that it's a whole new place inside also. So I brought it up before, but this is how you flip a restaurant. You got to put in some money. You got to put in some time. They've worked on that for
At least 6 months.
I want to say almost 8. But it takes time. You can't just slap paint and use the same. You can furnishings or grills or what have you, especially if you're changing courses. Or I guess that was a Chinese place, but you got to put in the equipment and effort to get a quality product. And
So they should do like a little Great Wall in there because it's because of the Mongolians that there is a Great Wall in China, and it went from it was a Chinese restaurant, and now it's Mongolian. So there's
maybe they'll have the speakeasy on the other side or something. Anyway.
Yeah, I should never let people have a glimpse inside my head.
Just one more place I'm looking forward to check out as a foodie in town.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, I don't think those doors will be open long before we're both there.
Right.
And I got to give a shout out. I had the folks over, my buddy William over at Tyus Yachts reach out to me. He's like, "Hey, man, we've got some stuff going on. Would you mind getting the word out?" And, of course, I'm happy to do that. Had Tammy and the folks from Tyus Shocks on the program before. They're doing great stuff here in the basin. They're doing work that needs to be done to help.
Yeah.
I don't want to just say homeless. I want to say people that are less fortunate that need a hand up. This isn't welfare. It's here, we're going to give you the tools that you need. You put in the work, but here's the tools that you need to get on your feet and carry on with life. And so some of what they offer, and I'm just going to go back over this, they give you peer support, the people that can relate to your situation. They have, you can get homeless ID. If you don't have an address, you can get an ID there. They have clothing that you can sort through if it fits you. I'm pretty sure they just give it to you. I've donated some there in the past, and if you have any clothing that you would like to get rid of, you don't want to just throw it away, and you hate to give it to Salvation, or not Salvation Army, the guy, Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Yeah. The Walmart of, anyway. I would recommend giving it to Tyus Shocks because they're really doing good work over there. They give out, depending on your case, but bus passes, housing resources, a male sober home, help you get jobs, help you get, education up to speed, just a laundry list of things. And I'll post this on the Big Rooster page. But I'm just a big fan and proponent of what they're doing over there. And then coming up on May 1st, they've got a free spaghetti feed and health insurance event. And they can help you get hooked up with the Oregon Health Plan and Health Insurance Marketplace. And you can get a hold of them at 541-891-0255 or 541-882-3992. And somebody there will be able to give you a hand and get the first steps going to get you back on your feet. The spaghetti feed, again, is May 1st, and that's from 5:30 to 7:30 at 3206 Onyx Avenue. And again, if you have anything that you could donate to them, you could take it to that same address as well. So I just got to give a shout out. I think they do really, really good things over there, and happy to help promote whatever they've got going on. And shout out to, excuse me, my friend William for giving me a holler and making me aware of this. So there's that.
All right.
Looks like we checked the list down.
Right. I think Bill's happy. So
That's rare.
right.
I guess if I had cobwebs in my hair, I wouldn't be too happy too often either. And then if you're still watching, thank you. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we have a spotlight episode. So we've had Cold Chase on the program before as the senior deputy district attorney. Tomorrow he'll be on the show as candidate Cold Chase for Klamath County judge. Excuse me, sorry about that. But and we talk about the rumors and accusations and such flying around on Facebook. So he addressed those head on, did not hesitate. So kudos to him for that. Give that a watch and come to your own conclusions. But I was happy to have him back and had a good conversation.
I'll call him a friend of the show now, I guess. I was not able to meet that interview, but sounded excellent and more of just a sit down with him.
Just a sit down conversation, yeah. So again, come to your own conclusions, but I encourage you to check that episode out, and I guess you could call it "See the Real Cold Chase" because it was just a real casual, easy conversation. Even with the hard questions, there was some serious allegations that have been thrown out on Facebook. And when he asked to come back on the show, I said, "Well, we can do this, but I'm going to ask these questions, and if you're not okay, I want to make sure you're okay with that." And he was, so no hesitation. So yeah, check it out.
Well, and that's one of many too of what we're working on in the background. So yeah, stay tuned for some more spotlights, I guess.
Got some big stuff, I think, in the works.
Yeah.
So don't know if I should say that with a smile, depending on what it is. There's some not so great things going on, but anyway, stay tuned and we'll find out what we got up our sleeve.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.